Here are the tests on my Comfort Height 1999 Universal-Rundle Atlas. It is set to the water line on the original flush valve, and it is using a Hoover line flapper. So let's give this a flush and see how it does on tests. The flush is kind of cool, but it almost seems a little short. It's funny, I was reaching for the handle right after I touched the pause button, and I reached for the left side. It really is weird to have a toilet with a handle on the right. You just don't see that every day. For the first test, let's see if it can take a washcloth. This will most certainly pass. Did perfectly as expected. Now, let's see if it can take a grocery bag. And I'm putting the brand side up because I've actually had this blue ink stained toilets before, as weird as that sounds. So, I think this will pass. Considering how long it took for the washcloth to go down, it swirled around a little bit. I think that it will be able to take it pretty easily. Did perfectly as expected. Now let's see if it can take the washcloth and the grocery bag together. I have doubts. I think it will clog. Yeah, it can't even get it past the opening. Honestly, I'm not surprised one bit. I'm going to empty the rest of the water from the tank, which is about a half tank right now. Well, I guess it can take them separately with help, which isn't really taking them at all. That's more of a fail. So I'm just going to try that again, but this time I'm going to fill the tank all the way to the top of the flush valve, and I'm going to see if that makes a difference. The tank is filled all the way up, so now let's see if it can pass. It looks like it clogged pretty hard, so I'm guessing this will have the same result. It actually tried that time. I'm impressed. It's not going to go. It's definitely not going to go through. But I haven't overflowed a toilet in a while, so I'm just going to let that fill back up, and I'm going to overflow it just for fun. What was that? Did you see how evenly the water went over these sides like that? I am super picky about having my toilets just exactly level, and it really looks awesome to have the water flow evenly like that. And there's that noise again. That's definitely a fail. That siphon was cool though. It reminds me of that 2007 Crane front flusher I tested. Now, let's see if it can take a dish towel. I doubt this thing will even fit through the trapway. Nope. That's not gonna go anywhere. I would consider that a fail. Overall, this toilet is a decent performer. It's not terrible. It's pretty good compared to the competition from the time. I think these came out around 1995 or 1996, and other toilets at that time were a complete joke. So now let's move on to the flush tests. For the first one, and the only one because it has no siphon jet, I will see if it can take dirt. All of the water comes out of the rim on these open rim toilets, so you'd expect that the bull rinse would be good, but I noticed that it misses a spot right here when it flushes, and I think it'll just leave something there like most open rim toilets do. And I'm thinking due to the flush that the bowl clearance will not be great. I think that actually did better than other open rim toilets because on a lot of them, they don't have very good bowl clearance at all. This obviously could be better, but it's not bad compared to some I see. It did not miss the spot there like I was thinking, but instead it missed that spot at the back. So instead of doing better, it just moved the spot of dirt. But even then, it's less dirt than I see on other toilets. So overall, I'd say that flush is pretty good. It definitely could use a little higher water line. I can raise that fill valve, and if I had that installed, it probably wouldn't do too bad. But anyway, that concludes these tests. I am going to flush it one more time before I clean it all up. I'm just going to see how much of this dirt it can take. So it just completely misses that spot, and you have to just clean it with a toilet brush, or in my case, water. So that concludes these tests. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.